Hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, firing me. Yeah, you're firing me, firing me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the luck. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can I get you out of my hand?
Hello, and welcome to the Honor Ramble. I am your host, Auntie Collins, and this week we have once again the amazing Kimmy Sokol and special guest on his own show.
Yeah,
Kyle Sparks.
Yeah, Kyle just popped up 2 minutes ago, and we were like, "What? Welcome back!"
Oh my gosh!
Figured it'd be a fun little surprise.
Well, it makes this wonderful episode of Ring of Honor just that much more. Thank you. I am getting delivered phone cord chargers. You know why? Because my phone is on 6%. Hi everyone. It is the 9th of May. It is episode 63 of Ring of Honor. Oh my gosh, I am just so mystified by this trio because it was no boys allowed, and Kyle, you can be the exception.
Well, you could argue at my age I left boy behind a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
And that's a quality Simpsons reference right there.
I have watched 2 episodes of The Simpsons.
I've never watched an episode of The Simpsons.
I love episodes where Kyle can make references and we don't know what's happening.
They they did a bit where it was a flashback of Homer being bullied as a kid, and a bunch of kids from school had a no Homers club, and Homer at the door as asking, well, why is Homer whatever his name is here? And they go, it says no Homers. We're allowed to have one.
Oh.
Childhood bullying is hilarious.
Well, speaking of bullying, I felt like this episode of Ring of Honor was a form of bullying in itself.
I
There was some meanness going on tonight.
It's hot outside. My chicken nuggets were not pristine, but I did get a Coke float, so that's okay. But how's everyone doing today? Hey, Kimmy! Welcome back!
Hi! Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be back here. I'm making my monthly appearance. Catch me in June, hopefully. It really is. It's once a month, so I'm happy to be here. Hi, Kyle.
You know what? Even after I'm back full time, you're welcome literally anytime you want, Kimmy.
Oh, let's go. I love that for myself.
You're basically our child, right? She's young enough to be our child.
Just
point?
about. She's yeah.
Yes, I'm already pre-booking for June. Come at me for your summer bookings, guys.
Tremendous.
Put that tweet out, right? Put that tweet out.
Yeah.
Open for summer bookings.
Because I've been and poor Auntie has been scrambling for guest hosts for like 2 months now because of off on the boards being an actor.
I'm trying to like mix it up, mix the flavor of the different episodes, and these episodes aren't giving me much, but the guests have been absolutely fantastic. We've got Kimmy, we got Sam, we got Astrid, we've got Ed.
Andre a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Andre, I know. So great. They're no substitute. They are only complimentary.
Also, I'm going to point this out too because Astrid is wonderful and we love her.
Yes.
She was on Fightful with Kate tonight. Go back onto Fightful's YouTube channel and check that out after the fact. All the kudos to Astrid for getting her name out there and shooting her shot. She was wonderful as you'd expect.
We wouldn't expect anything less. And if you really shit the bed like this episode of Ring of Honor, I'm sorry. I am shit talking this episode. Why? Because I can. But also, I could have just read who defeated whom and I would know what happened.
You could have read my review on PW Insider that was posted 5 minutes after the episode ended.
Look at that.
There were only about 2 of the 6 matches where the outcome was remotely in doubt. Let's be real.
Remotely in the same jurisdiction, sort of, kind of.
And those were the opener and the main event.
Yeah, but that's been the rhythm of progress the last couple weeks is the opener and the main event, and we've been sandwiched with filler. So
I'll be honest, my dark secret the last couple of weeks because of the rehearsal process and because of going through into production and going through into performances, I have not watched the last 2 weeks of episodes, and
okay.
I don't think I'm missing anything from what I hear.
No, you're not. You're missing.
Look at OLE plugging the blog. What is it called these days? I don't know. It's an article.
Thank you.
Well, in the URL does say article technically.
Yeah.
Okay, it is an article. Kimmy, I love this. I love this for you. You're just.
Thank you.
You're making me proud. I'm a proud auntie over here.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are your plans for May? You know, May's starting. It's spring.
I'm going to I'm going to Aruba at the end of the month on a non-wrestling vacation. I know, that's so shocking. I know. I'm breaking all my rules here, and I'm going on a non-wrestling vacation.
There are
5 days.
rules?
Listen, anytime I travel, it's usually for wrestling. And then my parents are like,
Well-
let's go to Aruba. And I'm like, let's go to Aruba. So I'm going to Aruba. But I am working a wrestling convention in Jersey next week. I will be working with the boyfriend of the girl who's on my shirt, Kyle Fletcher, our Ring of Honor TV champion. Who does anyone know where he is?
Oh yeah, that's still a thing.
Yeah,
don't
do you
know.
know where he is, Kyle?
Yeah, is he where you've
Um,
been?
He's definitely not. He is definitely not.
What about our peer champion?
No,
Hey,
dude,
we did get an
news.
update from Fightful Select about that today.
He has a big
Yeah,
booty.
go-
That Wheeler Yuta has been dealing with concussion-like symptoms for several months now. The hope back in March was that he was going to be over that soon. He's still having concussion-like symptoms, and apparently has not been cleared. So we wish our best to Utes, and hopefully he can get past that. And whether that's finding his career again, or just simply being safe and avoiding any of that post-concussion awfulness
Absolutely.
that can happen with athletes. We would love to have the pure title back, but
Right.
Wheeler's health is also of critical import.
I am trying to watch my words because I don't want someone to get the wrong idea. I've ranted about it last week. I ranted about it on Sunday. I've ranted about it since January. All I want is a title to mean something. And I want the best for Wheeler Yuta. And this is no slant against Wheeler Yuta. This is a slant against whoever is booking Ring of Honor, Tony Khan. I just want to see the champion. I like you've built up the we're having these squash matches, right? Where are they going? They can't all go to Kyle Fletcher. I want it to mean something, and I want week to week to be meaningful. So bring
We're
back
hoping
the
for
pure
too
champion.
much. That's the problem. We're hoping for too much. Like when we talk about the first match, right? Which was the women's trios tag. I said this to Bobby before we started. We were in this like cycle of pointless
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Kyle, pointless four-corner survival matches that had led nowhere. And instead, we decided to change it up, and now we have pointless 6-woman tag team matches. I would like
Mhm.
them to build a viable contender for Billy Starks, since this is a new championship that you're trying to build up and make reputable. But all of the people that should be wrestling for this championship aren't doing anything. I'm so confused. Anyone in that 6-woman tag could have been Billy's first viable challenger.
Absolutely.
What are we doing?
Absolutely. Before we jump into the episode, I want to say a little something to both of you. I wasn't prepared to tell y'all this.
Oh no.
I accidentally forgot to, I don't know what happened. My subscription did not renew. So I didn't watch it until literally an hour ago. So
How could you?
I had to watch it on like twice speed and skip ahead. So, but I did watch the main event and I did watch the opening bout, but I apologize that I'm not as thorough. I do have my notes, but I apologize.
We forgive you. It's just it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
You know, you renewed it
Okay.
in time.
Well, it was
Like
one
I
of
said,
those things.
I've missed 2 weeks. I've missed 2 weeks of shows while I'm off being an actor. So
It's one of those. it's one of those things that when you get like a new debit card, you forget what you link to your bank account and what you link to your debit card.
Yeah.
So because I couldn't figure it out on my phone because I don't have time. I had to sit down on my computer and figure it out. But we will be thorough. We will get through this post show. But most importantly, we're going to have a good time and be in community. And I want everybody to write down their little thoughts in their brains. I love to bump gums with everyone. We'll put something in the live chat. If you're on the replay crew, hi replay crew, we see you. Tell us what you think about the show before we start our review. And if we change your mind on some of these matches later on, let us know. But are you guys ready to jump right in?
I'm ready.
I'm still thinking about how bump gums sounds kind of a little bawdy.
Isn't that a saying, right? You want to like bump gums, you want to chat away?
I thought it was, I've heard flap gums.
What?
But never bump. I've heard flap, but not bump.
I'm going to look this up right now. If my mouse would work. I think I need new batteries. I'm just falling apart, people.
Is it bad that I don't know? Wait, Benny Hill? I don't know who that is. Is that bad? Who is that?
Benny Hill was a comedic actor from the 60s, I believe. The Benny Hill show was in the 60s, I believe. He sort of made famous a piece of music called Yakety Sax. That if you look it up and the second you listen to it, you'll understand what it's all about. And the whole bit was that he would constantly have chase scenes in these comedic sketches where he would be getting chased by an angry mob of people to this music, and they'd be running in all directions. Wacky hijinks would happen. They'd all have props. I'm trying to do a very, very quick, and this is not a thorough. Okay, Collins.
1930s.
There you go. See, now Collins has one-upped me in terms of obscure references. So
I think it's just because my grandparents used to say it, like, "Oh, you guys just gonna go bump gums?" Like, okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Kudos.
It's like if somebody's wearing like a short shorts or a shorter dress, you go, "Oh, you're showing yams." Your yams are your legs.
I'm learning so much.
I've always heard that as gams, not yams.
Gams?
Yes.
Your gams?
Yes.
Like GAM?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, welcome to you thought we were going to talk about wrestling? Well, we're talking about the English language and all our idioms and sayings. Welcome to hell.
This is what hell looks like?
Yes. Exactly.
I like this version of hell. What?
All right. Well, we did jump into this episode, so
I mean, if I was gonna say if Auntie is the devil, then I feel like we could be doing far, far worse. I think we're in good shape.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me just peel off my skin suit over here. This is so hilarious. All right, let's jump into this episode. This is what I love about Ring of Honor. We don't just jump into wrestling. No. We're getting some storyline. We're getting some promo. We're getting some prestige to the show.
You got a cold open, baby.
I love it. We open with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. And parallel to last week, how we opened and Cool Hand Ange, I don't know why I said that so weird. And Daddy Magic basically challenged our Ring of Honor tag champs. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett were cutting a promo on them. And when I was listening to this, I was like, I have to listen to this again, because you're gonna go away and have a kid. Well, I have some advice for you. You should have retired. Well, okay. You might as well have told him to go die. Oh, right. Mike Bennett
this
has
was
kids.
great stuff. right from Matt Taven saying, and you didn't know your partner was going to retire. I tell this man everything, and Taven's rattling off about how Bennett now knows when he goes to the bathroom, and because Matt Taven is a precious treasure, and don't you all forget it.
He is a precious treasure. I just want to know Matt Taven's secret and why he's not lost his hair yet. Why does he have so much hair? Is it genetics?
I think he uses some special hair products to make sure it like stays intact, as it has been for his tenure in Ring of Honor, his entire career. But I'm a little confused as to why 2.0 think they could come in and challenge the tag champs, and they haven't had a match in Ring of Honor yet.
I mean,
our former Campeonatos de Parejas in Chikara. And they did beat the Young Bucks to win those titles.
Oh, they did. Where teach us, teacher.
That's the best answer that I've got, honestly, is that 2.0 is that 2.0 were former Campeonatos de Parejas in Chikara. They beat the Young Bucks. They held the titles for 3-4 months, right in that neighborhood. Granted, this was like 15 years ago, but that's about the best logic that I have.
When you say 15 years ago, my brain instantly went to 1995.
Yo, I wasn't born yet. That wasn't 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Making me sad over here. Because to date, 2.0 has only had about 2 matches in Ring of Honor in their entire tenure, and that was during old days. Yes, they did run back when ROH did crossovers with Chikara around 2012, 2013. 2.0 did run a couple of matches there.
So when we have tag teams competing every week, don't you think they should get a shot first?
Tell me more things that I want to hear. Tell me more things.
Yes, you're technically correct. They should be waiting in line. That said, I'm not averse to the idea of a 2.0 run in ROH. I think it'd be tremendous. I've been asking for it for a long time. But stepping right to the front of the line is bothersome to me.
It does seem a little bit, cutting the line a little bit. It does rattle the tag team a little bit with new matches, presumably. The infantry comes to mind immediately. But are we just building to, Matt Menard and Angela Parker and the infantry also being somehow connected?
Exactly, because technically the infantry got screwed Supercard of Honor, so they're due technically another tag team title match. This is why I get confused and my head hurts every time I watch Ring of Honor.
I have said on social media that I believe that the infantry is still the correct choice to take the belts off of the Undisputed Kingdom, and I still maintain that is the case.
I agree.
That said, I think a shorter feud with a team like a 2.0, I would have had to win a couple of matches first, but I think a shorter feud with 2.0 would be a great filler opportunity to essentially kill time until you can put the belts on the infantry at, say, Death Before Dishonor.
Death Before Dishonor in July, correct?
Correct.
Yes, it's usually right around my birthday. So yes.
We just don't have a
So-
date or location. But you know what? We probably won't get that till June. Because why not?
Why not? But here's the thing. We're building AEW right now towards Double or Nothing. It is wishful thinking for me to think that there could be something Ring of Honor-esque on this this pay-per-view. But if we're trying to fill June and July, I know that if they do the Owen Cup for AEW, there could be some ROH tag team exposure. There could be bleeding the lines, which people hate. But you're showing up for work anyways. So
Hell, why don't you put a Ring of Honor title match on Forbidden Door?
that's in June, isn't it?
Yeah, put like Mark Briscoe versus Josh Woods, Forbidden Door. Book it.
Well, you could play with having somebody from New Japan Challenge or somebody from CMLL Challenge. After all, you've had the ROH World Title defended on Wrestle Kingdom before.
That would be beautiful.
A couple of times actually. Kyle O'Reilly lost it to Adam Cole at Wrestle Kingdom, and there was a year that Jay Lethal defended against Michael Elgin on a Wrestle Kingdom.
Boo, Michael Elgin. Boo, boo.
There is no disagreement here, but that is a fact. It's a thing that happened.
Thank you for being factual. I did want to mention, by the way, I opened up this cute little website called cagematch.net. If you haven't heard of it, you should go play with it because it is vast and wild, because it helps expand my knowledge of things. But there's this whole section on this day in history. And apparently 2008 was only 12 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
On this day in 2008, Bryan Danielson versus Naomichi Marufuji. Did I say that? Naomichi?
You did. Yes.
Apparently it has a 9-star or 8.96 rating on Cage Match. One of the best Bryan Danielson ROH matches I think I've ever seen. So if you want to go on Honor Club and watch some old school Bryan Danielson before he he kind of, yeah.
Well, technically, Birdie's birthday is today, and he's wrestling a Double or Nothing. So,
I just have to say, this last Sunday on Wrestling Made Me Cry, we were talking about that, and I had mentioned, I was like, guys, Birdie, like, her birthday's coming. I said something, and the entire chat was like, F Birdie Danielson. I was like, whoa, she's a kid. She's a kid. What am I supposed to do with that information?
that girl
can't be
is
telling-
7 years old. Oh,
7.
my Lord.
Okay, but that also makes me feel old, because I remember watching the Bella show, the Total Bellas and Total Divas, and how was that 7 years ago? That's so crazy.
Oh, I know. I agree with you. When I saw Bree's post today, I was like, 7?
Yeah. Okay, but of course that she's a Taurus. That makes total sense.
Oh, you're like obsessed with zodiacs?
I'm not obsessed. I'm obsessed with wrestling, and I just happen to know information about zodiac signs. I'm a Leo double Scorpio, so
I'm
if
a
you know what that
Leo.
means.
I'm a
Wait,
Leo.
we've talked about this. Wait, when is your birthday? I forgot.
August 15th.
Yeah, because I'm August 19th. So look at that. That's why we
That's why.
mesh so much. Sorry, Kyle, you gotta be born in July.
Unbelievable. You
Sorry,
missed the cutoff.
Kyle. Can't be a part of the cool gang.
Same as it ever was.
We have only talked about the beginning promo of this freaking show. Oh my gosh.
Are we missing anything else that happened?
I mean, okay. But we did open, and I did write some notes on this. Taya Valkyrie, Diamante, Mercedes Martinez versus Layla Hirsch, Lady Frost, and Abaddon. Let's start with Kimmy. What did you think of this opening contest?
So, like I said before, even though we're stuck in Groundhog's Day with some trios, 6-woman action, because we've had this for a month, I thought this was a really great opener. I thought the crowd was really into it. I'm happy that they're finding something for Abaddon and they don't just use her in October. And I feel like they are really coming into their own, which makes me so excited. They are someone who I love to see wrestle Billy Starks, but kind of shocked Heels got the win.
I know. I was a little bit shocked. So Taya, Diamante, Mercedes Martinez did take the win. I've got feelings on it. Kyle, what did you think of this opening contest?
This was the longest match on the show.
Oh my god.
At a whopping 8:21.
Oh my god.
8:21?
Yes. That is what I had on my watch. I appreciate that. I like that we're still seeing the Diamante Mercedes Martinez partnership.
Absolutely.
I like that we're building Taya back up. I think Taya can be a viable challenger for any title in this company. So I appreciate seeing that. I think they sort of sowed some seeds for this in the initial introduction of the match, and Ian talked about this as well. That it's you have 3 single stars like Lady Frost, Layla Hirsch, and Abaddon, and how Ian discussed how that can go one of 2 ways. They can sort of falter underneath the other team that's a little bit more of an established team, like Diamante and Mercedes have been. Or that you can take advantage of the fact that they're going to be a little bit more unpredictable because of the fact that they're all single stars and you don't really entirely know where they're coming from. In this case, it looked like the more smooth teamwork sort of won the day, and I don't hate these 3 getting a win. I'm always on board for Mercedes Martinez getting built up. Taya's been, I feel like, criminally underused. And yeah, let's go.
What, did you not watch Johnny Loves Taya? We haven't even talked about it.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Was it good?
Oh my goodness. Only 10 minutes per episode. So if you watch all of them, it's only about an hour.
So I should watch this
It's
tomorrow.
just cute. And if you want to see Johnny without a shirt on a lot, it's perfect.
Fine. I'll lament that Ty has been criminally underused in ring.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm glad. I don't want any heat with Auntie.
Listen, this match gave me possibilities of what's to come, right? I want to see Diamante and Mercedes take on Layla and Rachel Ellering, if we're still going to do that sort of matchup, right? Like a women's tag. I'm still really into that idea. I want Taya versus Abaddon, because with Taya's experience and Abaddon's everything, there's a rawness that I think that would just be an absolute banger of a match. I think that even just in putting Lady Frost, I want her to get some momentum back into this match. But they also mentioned on commentary that, Layla's in there and really doing the work, the grunt work. And I don't know, I agree that any of these people in the match could take Billy for the TV title. Why aren't we spending our time doing that right now, but I think that this match showcased Lady Frost the most. I think that commentary was also mentioning a lot the gymnastics background, and that Lady Frost is also going to be on a show on Fox, some sort of competition show that seems really cool, and there is that crossover status. So I really would love to see some sort of push on Lady Frost. I think that we need more flippy dippy shit in the women's division as well. But Diamante getting the 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Diamante pinned Lady Frost following an Avalanche Code Red.
I was a little bit shocked because I felt like Mercedes would have, as you know, the commentary kept pushing over a former ROH women's champion this many years wrestling. I don't know how many years. I didn't write it down. I'm sure Kyle knows.
As he always does.
A lot.
A lot. She is the Bobby Fish of women's wrestling.
Pretty much.
I'd have to look it up.
But she doesn't look a day over the day that she started wrestling, in my opinion. So
the other thing too, we also forgot to mention on commentary that Ian and Caprice were giving Frozen references from the movie every time Lady Frost did like some offensive move. They were like,
what?
Let it go. Yeah, let it go. The cold never bothered me anyway. I was like, I love this.
I totally missed that.
They were on it because in the other 6-man later in that night when we had Nikki 8 and Tommy Mars, which were both blatant Motley Crue references, they rattled off about 10 different Motley Crue jokes in the span of a minute and a half. So they were firing on all cylinders tonight.
Does Kimmy know who Motley Crue is?
No.
Kimmy knows Frozen. Kimmy does not know Motley Crue.
Is that like a
band
person? Oh, they're a band.
Yeah, they were a band, and your parents will know who.
Okay, I'll ask them tomorrow because they're kind of sleeping right now. But I will ask them tomorrow. And I'll be like, "Yo."
Technically, I think Motley Crue is still touring.
What?
What?
Imagine being that old and still doing the same things that you were doing in your 20s. How old are they? I don't even know.
They just released a new song?
Yeah. Hey, at least they never forced their album onto your iPhone.
Love that.
Take that, Bono.
Honestly, it's the most intrusive thing that has ever happened to me, and like I've had some inappropriate things happen. Okay, why 1981?
Lead singer Vince Neil is 63. Guitarist Nikki Sixx is 65.
Wow.
I'm sorry, bassist. Let's be fair. Drummer Tommy Lee is 61. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Tommy Lee is 61?
Yes. Remember, they were hitting it big in the mid 1980s, which was roughly 40 years ago.
Oh my God.
This is what I feel like. I am not even here. I feel like time is not real, and neither am I. Yeah. Okay, well,
aren't you glad that I surprised everyone to completely derail everything tonight?
It's perfect.
Listen, I learned so many things. Band.
We learned so many things. Yeah.
Who that other singer was like a half an hour ago? Why did I pay money to go to college?
Why did we? I put in a note in here, by the way, after this match, an AEW Double or Nothing ad plays.
Oh my god, I thought I was the only one who realized that after every opening match, whatever AEW pay-per-view is coming up, they play the stupid commercial.
Yeah, they play the commercial. And they're pushing the Rise to the Top game, the mobile app game. Do you guys play games on your phones?
No. Am I supposed?
You don't?
No, is this where I'm going to get yelled at again?
No, I'm just surprised because I feel like this is a young person's thing. Because I don't like micro purchases. I don't like when it's like, here, take this option for $12. You can have all these coins and stuff. And then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna pay money for this. But then it makes the game harder and more frustrating when you don't make the purchases.
Well, what I do instead is I've been playing Samira and Ella J in iMessage games the past like 3 weeks, and Samira keeps kicking my ass in all the word games on iMessage, and Ella J beat me in every single game we played today, so I'm just not going well.
Wow. So I did download this game, and I've been playing it for a month because Ian Riccaboni told me to, and I was like, let's see what this game is about. This game is not for me, okay? Because I just want to collect wrestlers. Like, I don't care what their stats are, what they do. I don't care about the diamond things, and I just want to collect the wrestlers. And you know what? They have a legendary Bryan Danielson, American Dragon. You can buy it for $99.99.
But that's what I pay my Honor Club subscription every month.
$99.
Oh, I thought you said $9.99.
99 doll hairs. 90. Somebody's paying $100.
That's a little bit steep, AEW.
I don't understand. Who is buying these things?
That's apparently what they're offering for the Ultimate Edition of AEW Fight Forever as well, at least on some systems, which has all the season content to date.
Look at this. You could get a special Orange Cassidy. You know how much that is? $49, $50. This is a pay-per-view, and I just get
you know what? Orange Cassidy doesn't care that much, and neither should you.
You know what? I care because I want to be the best, and I'm not going to spend the money because knowing myself, if I had unlimited money,
it's
it would be bad.
You should be like me and just settle for being mediocre.
Oh no, my internet! I'm back.
Yes, you're back.
Oh my gosh! All of a sudden, my computer just went no internet connection, and I just
no, you're back live and in living color.
Well, with that said, we jumped into it qualifies as a match because the bell rang.
Yes.
I spent more time looking up specific factoid for this match than the actual match took.
So we have Zicky Dice once again. Love Zicky Dice. All the love to Zicky Dice. Versus Anthony Ogogo. And this is the Ring of Honor debut of Anthony Ogogo. And statistically, someone who debuts on Ring of Honor doesn't always get the win. And Zicky Dice has about 25 pounds on Anthony Ogogo. But this match technically started. The announce team mentioned names. And then all of a sudden, Zicky Dice was knocked out. And then commentary was like, oh, is it a TKO? I don't know. It's not technical. He is knocked out. Okay.
Yeah. I had a time of this on at 146.
146? It took him 1 minute and 46 to knock out somebody?
Unacceptable. Come on, Anthony.
The
I think it was-
the fact that I spent all the time looking up rather than the actual match was that for those unaware, Zicky Dice is a former NWA World Television Champion.
Oh.
And he held that title for 268 days from January to October of 2020. He's the second longest reigning champion of this modern era of the title, because the original NWA TV title got folded into the WCW television title in 1991. As a point of fun trivia, does anyone remember who he beat to win the NWA World's Television title?
Nope.
Matt Cardona.
Absolute Ricky Starks.
Stop! It's been that long.
Oh my god.
No way.
It has absolutely been that long.
It has been that long. Jesus, I miss Ricky Starks being on my television.
We need to make a milk carton for Ricky Starks. at Kate from Fightful.
Yeah, at Kate from Fightful. Can you please
Make us a milk carton.
So- These are the things that I was looking up in the minute and 46 seconds that this match happened.
All right, I'm going to voice memo Kate right now. At Kate from Fightful, will you please make a milk carton for me and Kimmy for Ricky Starks, because we miss him on our televisions. Thank you, and we love you. Okay, bye. Is that sufficient?
Yes. In terms of Anthony Ogogo, I was a little skeptical when he joined Shane Taylor Promotions, but since he was sitting at home for a year and they were paying him to do absolutely nothing, I might add, nothing at all, I guess we have to find something to do with him. I actually thought when they were going to do the releases, I thought they were going to release Anthony because he was doing nothing. But I mean, I guess he fits the bill here. He cut a promo after this match, listing all of his accomplishments, saying that, he wanted to be like one of the next big things in Ring of Honor. But I need to see more to see if I really like it.
Well, he's a 10-time British boxing champion. He's an Olympic champion, a London champion, the 2012 Olympics. Do you remember those, Kimmy?
Yes, I do. I was alive.
You were alive. I love the Olympics. Are y'all going to be watching the Olympics this summer?
Hell yeah. I'm a big Olympics fan as a former track runner. Love my trackletes out there.
I like staying up really late and watching them, except when they were in Japan 4 years ago. Well, 3 years ago, technically.
Yeah.
I just let Peacock do the replays for me. So
yeah, because they're in Paris this year, so it shouldn't be as bad. A lot of the main events are probably going to be around the afternoon, like Backlash was.
It'll be like 10 a.m. for me.
Well, sorry we can't all live on the West Coast. Some of us live out here on the East Coast. So that's 1 o'clock.
Listen, I love, Kimmy, the the first Olympics that I remember are the 1996 Olympics. I was technically alive for the 92 Olympics, but I don't remember those Olympics. But the 96 Olympics were, in my personal belief, the best Olympics that have ever been, ever. And it's not just Cruel, and it's not just the Magnificent Seven, and it's not just being in Atlanta and like the magic that was around the United States at that time. But there is something to be said about the Olympics, and apparently it's known in the Olympic Village because they live in the village. They have 30,000 branded condoms for the Olympics.
I just like seeing all the gear that they get. Like that's like
Right?
I'm like one of those. I'm like, what did you get for free from making the Olympics? What clothing did you get? And I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool.
You
You get
gotta
all
get
this
something,
shit.
right?
Listen, Nike. When you get Nike, you get it all, right?
I don't know. Are you like technically allowed to have sponsors?
Well, doesn't Nike sponsor Team USA? I'm
I
like
don't know.
95% sure Nike sponsors Team USA
Does
for the
Nike
Olympics.
sponsor Team?
I don't know about all the other countries.
They are the official outfitter of the U.S. Olympic team and the Paralympic team.
Putting my sports media degree to use with that one.
Listen,
I went to college for something, guys.
oh my goodness. Well, as a fan of Shane Taylor
crippling
Promotions,
debt was worth it.
yeah,
I guess so. I mean, I have to start paying that in December, so I got time.
I just got a letter that said that my student loans are up for forgiveness, right?
Oh.
Or whatever the Joe Biden thing that just passed. So that's nice.
Oh, I love that for you. Congratulations.
That would be nice.
Yes.
I only got like nine grand left of that. So oh my god.
I have no idea where I am.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I need that tattooed on me. What are we doing?
I like his tweet though. When people,
that escalated very quickly.
I mean, listen, he's the one that tweeted the other day when people are trying to be like, oh my god, Ricky Starks was seen by medical. And he goes, yeah, for my yearly checkup with the AEW doctor. Relax. It's okay,
Yeah,
guys.
He's very much been enjoying dunking on people who are jumping to conclusions as regards to what he's doing or not doing. So
I love it.
hey, I would like him on TV too, but if man's happy, man's getting paid. That's something.
Well, speaking of being paid, Rachel Ullering cut a promo on the positives of desperation ? She was interrupted by Maria Kanellis. What did you think of this? Because I
thought with everything that broke today, Maria's promo was really bad timing.
Yeah.
And I felt like they knew, right, that they should have maybe cut it or save it for another week. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, once Maria came on camera, the positivity stopped. And that's just in a character sense. I love seeing Maria on camera. I think she's a tremendous asset both on and off camera. But once Maria character came in, yeah, all the positivity was gone. We're putting a stop to that. Yeah, this was wild to me, and we're clearly trying to set up that we're continuing the story that she was starting to tell with Rachel and Layla about wanting to help them and them not wanting to take it and so on and so forth. And then she just drops a bomb about I started a women's promotion, I started women's wrestling, and then she just goes, women's wrestling doesn't draw. And of all the places to say it, you say it in ROH, where your women's world champion has carried the show for a year and a half. And then takes it a step further and tells Rachel herself that she's not going to sell anything either.
I mean, she basically is saying Rachel Ullering is not like pretty or attractive or like worth being paid to be in front of us, right? That's the message that Maria is giving us. And I feel like we've all been Rachel Ellering in some degree. We've been told that we don't look the part, we can't live up to the standards of beauty. And if that's the avenue that we're going, it's a little bit tone deaf, because it's so ass backwards, because none of Ring of Honor has been about how people look. None of it has been about, are you beautiful or not? Are you selling merchandise? Like, it's been about Athena kicking everybody's freaking butts. It's been about Queen Aminata kicking everybody's freaking butts. What are we doing here? Wow. Because if I'm Rachel Ellering, I'm going, what do you know about winning? You can't even get that Cole Carter and that who the fuck is Griff Garrison guy to win a match.
I think the other thing is too, like, Maria doesn't have any women in her stable. So I would say, oh, it's going to lead to Rachel versus whoever. But, like, Maria doesn't wrestle. You know Maria's not wrestling. So, like, I don't understand where this is going, since Maria doesn't have anyone for Rachel to wrestle. I mean, obviously we know Rachel and Sky Blue wrestles on the Ring of Honor tapings that were taped yesterday. So, like, maybe Maria recruited Sky. I'm trying to, like, make sense of this. I don't know. I think with everything that happened today, that should not have aired today on today's episode.
Well, the thing of it is, I mean, at the risk of sounding too smart or too above it all or whatever you want to say, knowing what we know about Maria off camera, like, it's a bit of a struggle. And I think Astrid made this point on the Fightful stream as well. Like, it's hard to even believe her in a character sense. You know this is not a thing that she thinks or believes in any way, shape, or form. So it comes across as tone deaf. It comes across as something that, and you have to be able to, and you're trying to separate the character and the person, and that's of course something you have to be able to do, but it doesn't come across as something she even believes. That the line didn't come out believable. Maria gave it her best effort to make it that way because she's incredibly talented and a great speaker and does what she does very, very well. But I don't know. The obvious thing we go to from here is that Maria either brings in a new charge or brings in a series of potential charges to beat up Rachel and or Layla en route to them getting the win and proving they never needed her, blah 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 blah. But I agree. I don't think this is a route we needed to take to get there.
Absolutely. And what sucks is we go right into the one wrestler that has been on a winning streak, that is known for kicking ass and taking names. Kiera Hogan versus Ashley How do you say it?
Dambois.
Dubois?
Ashley Dambois.
I
just say Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley. For being a predictable match, I hope that segue was not nice, because I don't know. I've been defending people all day on the Twitter sphere in regards to especially what we heard, what happened during that Sky versus Rachel Ellering match. But if there's anyone who's not going to take this shit, it's Kiera Hogan. And it was a quick quick match. No, quick match. But it reminded everyone watching and that Kiera Hogan is very good at the professional wrestling thing, but is also now on a 4th match win streak, which I would think would qualify her to getting a rematch for that TV title, right? Rematch or getting
a match.
Yeah.
Proven ground, regular match. I agree. I think that I expect this to get a little bit more time because I know that AEW at one point was interested in signing Ashley. I know that was heavily reported. I don't know whatever happened with that. But I thought because of the interest, I thought this match was going to go a little bit longer. And I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a quick finish because Kiera was holding that shoulder and she was yelling at the ref, my shoulder, my shoulder, my shoulder. So I really hope she's not hurt. I got a little nervous there when I saw that, but I hadn't heard anything all week. So maybe it was just like, not a fake injury, but like, kayfabe. But yeah, I agree. I think Kiera has deserved her shot at the TV title. If not, a run back with Athena when we finish this Red Velvet Queen Amanada stuff. But I thought this was good for Kyle, 5 minutes this match was?
Yeah, I had it at 5:26. 5:28. Can't read, apparently. And if you're going to get technical about it, Ashley entered on, well, you can't call it a winning streak, but Ashley entered off a win as well. Her last appearance in ROH almost a year ago today, aired on May 25th of 2023, was a victory over Danielle Camella, formerly known as Vanessa Bourne in WWE.
Nicest human in the world. Love her.
Oh, look at that. My internet is back. Hello. Sorry. I'm listening. It is cutting out. I don't know what's going on. There's nice weather outside, and I think something in Washington State is going, let's break all the things, right?
Oh, is it because Bryan Danielson decided not to retire?
Amen. No, it's like 70 degrees outside. Well, now it's 67 at 8 p.m. So it's basically summer.
Basically, yeah.
Basically summer. Let me tell you. I mean, yeah, I agree with what everyone was saying. I think Ashley would be a great addition to Ring of Honor, but considering that they just kind of put everybody in four corner survival matches or tag matches, we got to figure this out. We got to figure out how to have an upper card, a middle card, and a lower level. We have to figure out how to do it for the women's division and not just have lower level and higher level.
Listen, Tony, I know that you're at home. I know you have the neck brace. And I tweeted this at you a couple weeks ago. I'm going to shoot my shot again, just like Astrid shot her shot with Fightful.
Yes.
I am available to book Ring of Honor for you. I have many talent that are on your roster that will vouch for me and say that I'm a good worker. So please, Tony Khan, if you're listening, I'll clip this and I'll tag you again. I will book Ring of Honor for you and do your due diligence.
Listen,
just don't ask Nyla, because Nyla will probably bury Kimmy.
Yes, do not ask Nyla Rose. You can ask anyone else but Nyla Rose. Or Athena. Just anyone else. Britt Baker. Just ex Britt Baker.
Oh, so he shouldn't ask the woman that's been carrying his show. That makes...
Listen, didn't you see the clip from my interview? She said that she agreed with Nyla. I was one of the worst people to work with on the convention scene. And I was like, girl, what? Me?
See, we've been talking this for a while. I think we can absolutely put together, at the bare minimum, we can put together a booking committee that can run this show.
I agree. Let's do it.
I mean, my specialty is remembering things that happened 20 years ago, but I'm sure that'll come in useful at some point, somewhere.
I could, I need a I think everyone always needs a historian, a part of their booking committee. So of course it would be useful.
Yeah. Because how do we not repeat the bad parts of the past?
Exactly.
Someone telling us don't do that.
Well, hey, everybody loves a good callback now and again. So,
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of a callback, in the back.
Yeah, let's go with it. Love it.
In the backstage, Nick Camarado is about to be interviewed, and it's something that is very akin to my heart. Well, first off, he's wearing a shirt from the Rock 2023 collection. That's a joke. Okay.
I laughed.
Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. But he's letting you know that he actually has joined Jacoby Watts, and they are going to bring the light to the world and forge a path of greatness. And I just wanted to sing hallelujah. Praise him. Wait, what is it? Praise
the Lord?
No. What does Jacoby Watts say?
Praise be to he, and he is me.
Praise be to he, and he is me. Thank you. We need to put that on a shirt if that's not already on a shirt. What do you think of this? They've been building to this.
I don't like it.
Why? Why do you like it?
I'm so confused because I feel like you could build so much with Nick Camarado because he's a monster. The man's a monster, a beast.
Sure.
Are you just sad that they're probably going to take away his Bon Jovi ripoff music?
No. And before we get
wait. Do you know who Bon Jovi is?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Okay, I know who that is. He is living on the prayer.
There you go. I'm proud of you, dear.
Thank you. I went to school in New Jersey. It'd be damned if I didn't know who that was.
He is a New Jersey hero.
I can name drop Bruce Springsteen too, and I can see if I can get you some heat with John Alba.
Oh, I've heard this. I know who that is too.
Mark shot. Let's go.
Listen, I know who that is too because he always plays at Madison Square Garden, and that's in New York, and I live in New York.
Bruce Springsteen?
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but that's what you know about it?
He's a music person.
Oh my God, Kimmy, I love you so much.
Listen, I don't John Alba doesn't know of me or knows me, so he can't hate me. That's my thought process.
Well, we can make sure it's a bad.
Yeah, we're gonna clip at 1 hour and 10 minutes, please.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get canceled because I don't know all these historic music people. But no, back to my point of Nick Camarado. Man's a monster. You could build him up to be let's think about this. Don Callis family. I know we all hate the Don Callis family, but they lost. No, I have a thought here. They lost their big guy in Hobbs. Why can't Nick Camarado go to the Don Callis family and replace Hobbs?
We do not need that. But I get it. Nick Camarado, big boy.
In the used car industry, that's what's called trading down.
Let me just trade my 2012 Hyundai Accent over here for a bike a Huffy bike.
Wow.
And this is coming from someone I like. I agree with you. I like Nick Camarado, but in terms of perception, that is an enormous step down, absent a significant amount of rehabilitation for the character.
I mean, yeah, but I just like, where is this gonna go? That's where I'm confused. They're just gonna praise Jesus every week?
No,
Not that that's a bad thing.
No.
Like, what?
No.
Question
we're not
mark.
praising Jesus. We're praising Jacoby Watts.
Yeah, the whole bit is Jacoby Watts is parodying the kind of self-serving mega preacher types that are very much in it for themselves while sounding like they're preaching something else. And
If you think those televangelists,
he's got the patter down. He presents himself really well on camera. I don't. Camarado acquitted himself decently talking tonight. It wasn't stellar, but it was decent. But Watts will be a great mouthpiece for him, and I think it's a solid TV title level kind of deal. I think you could. I think you could slot him into that position pretty easily.
I think if we're speaking in terms of relativity, right? People don't understand the difference between the righteous and what Jacoby Watts is doing. And that's what I've seen online, is that it seems too similar. But just like Kyle said, if you've watched televangelists, if you watch the 700 Club, if you know anything about what is the Praise Network? Is it just called Praise Network? Anyways, there is a cable
Trinity Broadcasting.
Yes, Trinity Broadcasting. Thank you. There was a time, Kimmy, where you could just turn on this specific television show, right? And it would be a man in a suit, powder blue, gray suit, maybe even a white suit, and they would basically sell you your salvation, right? Tell you that you are nothing. Your whole life has been nothing. Donate $10 today and speak with one of our counselors and we'll pray with you. Buy our book for $20 more.
Yeah, faith healing, for instance, stuff like that too.
Oh, interesting.
Like laying hands on you and like eliminating disease and malady. And I said in a stream, I think it was a stream on here that I was talking with Auntie Collins about at one point, that CM Punk once talked during the Straight Edge Society portion of his career that he got inspiration by watching these old televangelists, watching their speech patterns and their rhythms and the way they went about presenting, and it was in that same kind of vein.
Interesting. I'm learning.
If you ever want to watch a good, not really a documentary, it's a movie based on Tammy Faye Baker's life, and you want to watch just the part where they talk about televangelism. Basically, Tammy Faye Baker married a guy named Jim Baker, and they scammed a bunch of people out of their money, and said that they were doing it on behalf of God. It's great. It's great. I will send you it afterwards. Everybody should go watch it because it was really good, and it should have won all the awards. Anyways, I mentioned The Righteous, and look who we have. Lance Archer and The Righteous tagging together again versus the Motley Crue that we were talking about. Another squash match. Right? I guess
yes.
I feel like this is the Harvest Festival because all we have are squash. Squash here, squash here.
That was
got a whole cornucopia, right?
Yeah. So in this we had Nikki 8, which is a takeoff on Nikki 6. We had Tommy Mars, which is Tommy Lee and Mick Mars, who was the original lead guitarist of Motley Crue. And the third name I think was Parker Lee. I'm not 100%. This didn't really matter, but yeah. In the span of about a minute and a half, Ian and Caprice ran off probably about a dozen Motley Crue references. Like it was just as fast as they could go.
Yeah, it was fast and distracting, but I loved it. I do have to say Vincent is becoming one of my more favorite performers to watch week after week. The three of these could go for the trios soon, hopefully. I just love the idea of Lance Archer always being around the title somehow, some way, on the coattails of whomever. But it was a really a slobber knockery squasherino symphony of sorts. So
I was upset because they didn't have the lower third. So when I was writing my review, I didn't get the dudes' names. And I was literally on Twitter for 20 minutes looking for these dudes' names, and no one had them. I don't know why I just didn't text Kyle, because Kyle I knew probably has the information. So I literally write in my review 3 enhancement talents that were not announced.
I mean, you're not wrong. It was commentary putting them over. So
I know, but
Yeah.
I felt bad. I felt like they deserved a recognition for getting squashed by the righteous. Also,
right.
where in the goddamn hell is Jake Roberts, who is these dudes' manager? Kate, I need a milk carton for Jake Roberts.
I'm hoping that Mr. Jake the Snake, he's feeling well. I know that for a while he's been having some health issues going on. That man has been through hell and back and seen some shit. So wherever he is, whatever he's doing, I know he's doing what's best for him. But
when you abuse your body the way he did for as many years as he's done it.
There's a documentary that I saw originally on Hulu just about Jake the Snake Roberts and his life.
It was so good. I've seen that one.
And basically learning to walk again and how alcoholism really took over his life. I mean, the dude's been through everything that you can think of and still is in this business. So all the love to him wherever he is, but he is very, very missed.
Yeah.
But
I was thrilled to see the Righteous. I was thrilled to see them do their thing. They are one of those acts that you can slot into literally any position in Ring of Honor, and they will thrive there.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent could be an ROH World Title contender tomorrow. He had absolute money. He had an absolute money feud with Matt Taven before the end of the Sinclair era. He's been a great tag champion. He's been a 6-man champion.
Mm-hmm.
You can put Vincent and Dutch in the tag division. You can put Vincent, Dutch, and Lance Archer in the trios division. You can put Vincent in the main event. You can find a spot for them and push them because they are an amazing act.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of greatness, does anybody have any final thoughts about that match before we jump right into another squasheroni?
That should have been the main event because it was a title contender match.
Listen, we have the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. The Women's World. I can't even read my notes. Okay, I read my show notes, by the way, without my glasses every time, and my font size is so huge. But I should be able to read this. Okay, the Ring of Honor Women's World TV Championship proving ground match of Billy Starks versus Dream Girl Ellie, who liked Kimmy's tweet.
I felt so bad. So I tweet yesterday celebrating the fact that we have a champion on our show. Now, our little Ring of Honor therapy group goes commenting, trashing the product. And Dream Girl Ellie likes my tweet of all of us shitting on the product because she
Let's
thought
just
I was promoting her match, but I wasn't. And I would text Collins. I was like, yo, you will never believe who just liked this tweet. And we were just like, oh no.
oh no. It just goes to show that everybody is watching. So I think Dream Girl Ellie is V cute. This Dream Girl Ellie has been on Ring of Honor before. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle.
No, that is correct. She has been.
The commentary had mentioned that she had been there before, and I was like, oh, I want to go back and watch it. But before I figured it out, this match was basically said and done.
Yeah, I was in the process of looking it up myself, and then it ended. Then I had to get my stopwatch to it, and yeah, it did not last long.
I mean, they did mention some facts about Dream Girl Ellie on commentary, but there really wasn't much substance to this match. And we got to see Athena.
Episode 13, she lost to Mercedes Martinez in 257. Episode 47, she lost to Diamante in 127.
Oof.
Poor girl.
Tonight, she lost to Billy Starks in 357.
Oh, longest match? Let's go.
So, yeah. Almost as long tonight as in her previous two matches combined.
Wow. Proud of her for that. Yeah, it was a simple neck breaker that put Ellie down. And that's just kind of how it goes. What do you guys think of this match?
I understand why you were trying to like get Billy simple matches, but like I said earlier, I just feel like you need to legitimize that title since it's new, and I feel like you need to build a rightful contender towards it, because if you're just going to give her squash matches, no one's going to care about the title when you have, and it's not like you don't have challengers, you have plenty of people. The reason you created the second title is because Athena beat everybody, and there's no one else for Athena to beat, and Billy hasn't wrestled these people. Billy's only wrestled a couple, and even, we'll put my frenemy in the mix. Throughout Athena's whole feud with Nyla, what did Nyla keep saying? She wanted to get her hands on Billy. The feud is right there. Why wasn't Nyla on TV this week? I mean, I know she was on last week and you split the dailies tapings in half, but like, don't you think that you should build to the Nyla-Billy feud, since A, it gives Nyla a shot to like put over Billy, it get her another title opportunity, and finish the feud that you started a couple months ago?
That would be way too logical.
I know. It's because I'm putting her over. That's why. It's because I'm putting Nyla over.
Wow. Put it here, right here at 1 hour and 25 minutes. Kimmy
I
has
will
put
clip
over
this.
Nyla.
Yes, I this is gonna be the clip clip for Twitter, and I'm gonna tag her, and I'm gonna be like, "Look, I put you over." She's gonna be like, "Stop doing that," and I'm gonna be like, "Okay."
Yeah. Kayfabe, right?
Just shameless brown nosing at this point.
But Kimmy makes a great point, is that we've spent all this time making the women's TV title legitimate by doing a tournament, by having some sort of storyline for these undercard talent to be fighting amongst themselves, right? We had Diamante and Kiera Hogan. We've had Rachel Ellering and Layla Hirsch have their explosion. We're having these contests. You know, there was that amazing Mercedes Martinez match versus Abaddon that just catapulted what I thought the tournament, where it was going to go and all the things. So here we are We've spent all this time legitimizing having a second women's title, and we are just feeding our inaugural champion nothing. We don't even have other people backstage looking at the television monitor, right? There's no ending angle in this show. There's no coming out to the ring to F shit up, you know, like nothing. We are not rewarded for paying attention. So now what? Week after week, we're just seeing Billie Starkz in these proving ground matches. What are we proving?
Nothing.
Also, stop abusing the proving ground concept.
I feel like in just the last couple months have been abusing.
These are not supposed to be renamed, reskinned, squashed matches against enhancement talent. They're not. They were never supposed to be. The idea is that a proving ground match was supposed to be someone who was a viable, legitimate contender who you might have believed had a reasonable chance to maybe go the 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Or to earn that title shot, or maybe even to beat the champion. I will concede that it shouldn't happen often. The champion should be able to beat back challenges in proving ground matches more often than not. Probably 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 times.
Did we not see the infantry in a fantastic proving ground match?
Yes, that is the only time that I can recall. No, I think. Yeah, that is the only time that I can recall that someone has has lasted the 10 minutes in the proving ground match.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was perfectly utilized for leading up to that pay-per-view. I thought it was fantastic. We talked about it on this show. Like, that's where you kind of believed it, right?
Yeah. I took a lot of credit for calling that was how that was going to unfold too. That the infantry was going to last the time limit. They were going to get their title shot at the pay-per-view, and there we were. But
there we were.
You need to either you need to stop having these proving ground matches against people that haven't been seen on ROH TV in 6 months, 8 months, a year.
Mm-hmm.
It has been since episode 47. It has been since January was the last time Dream Girl Ellie was seen on ROH TV. January 18th.
Jeez. We still had a pure champion around then.
Oh my
she
God.
has not been seen in. She's not been seen in almost 4 months. This is not to question her bona fides as a performer. This is not to question her talent level, but presentation-wise, no. This is not appropriate. And how much more interesting would it have been if it was a proving ground match against a Kiera Hogan, who has won 3 or 4 matches in a row now, and Athena, acting as Billie's agent, for want of a better term, is going to force Kiera to go through a proving ground concept just in order to protect Billie and her investment in her. You have a significantly more even match. You have significantly more drama. You probably have arguably a better match, all things considered, and you have an established challenger that you can either build to a title match, or you can turn back in lieu of a different challenger, a Taya Valkyrie, a Diamante, as Kimmy said, this does not have to be hard.
Absolutely.
You are making it hard.
It's because
for
we're
no
asking
reason.
for too much. That's the problem. We have
Our
these high
expectations are too high.
Kyle, what was your saying about hope? Ring of Honor is like where all hope is lost, right?
This is where hope goes to die.
Exactly. That's the problem. We keep having hope every week, and then we all get disappointed, and we all cry.
This is the wrong show for that.
Hat tip to Robert DeFelice at Dude Felice, who helped me coin that.
I love that.
Why is that not on the shirt?
He may have actually coined it. I genuinely don't recall now. But you know what? I'll give him full credit. I'll say he coined it. It was probably him. I always try to be more positive.
I love that.
And we see how that goes.
Well, we are getting through this interesting episode of Ring of Honor. I want to know all three of your opinions on our next stable, I'm guessing, of the premier athletes. They had another vignette. They called out different teams in Ring of Honor, and Tony Nese and Ari Daivari declared that they deserve the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. And Josh Woods has his sights set on the Ring of Honor World Championship. I think Josh Woods should just take the pure title, but I digress. What did you think of this? What do you think of the premier athletes?
I don't get the difference between like what makes them premier and why they were varsity. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I get that you're repackaging it.
Sarah.
But, okay, that's the only difference. Like, what? So, I don't know. I mean, I like that they came to, like, when they debuted in quotes, they, like, came out and the whole Ring of Honor roster came out and defended the brand. I like that. I thought that was really good. But there was no follow-up to that. Like, you haven't seen any of the people that came out to defend the brand wrestled the premier athletes, and I thought that's where we were going to go. I think Josh and Mark could be a really good match, and if they're not going to strap up Josh for the pure championship, I definitely hope that's the Death Before Dishonor main event, or Hell Forbidden Door, whenever. Battle of the Belts, when they remember that Ring of Honor exists, because they need something to fill the hour. But I don't understand why you had another team call out the tag team champs in the beginning of the show. Then you had someone else call them out in the end of the show. But then you still have the infantry who's technically due a title shot. Are you going to do... Oh my God. Wait, no. Collins, it's a 4-quarter survival.
No, stop. Get out of here. Please leave me alone. It's just... here's my problem is that there's so many good gimmick parts of Ring of Honor, right? I just want the pure title back. That's my favorite gimmick. The pure title matches are my favorite. I just feel like they are taking all the things that I've loved about Ring of Honor and making them worse, and it's souring it, right? It's like I'm rewatching the OC. Did you ever watch the OC?
Yeah. Yes.
It was on the Fox.
That was not really my thing.
So season 1 and season 2 are fantastic. Season 3 fell off, and I was trying to figure it out. I was like, why all of a sudden did we season 3 and the episodes are terrible? Your music is terrible. It's because your production designer and your producer all changed everything about the show, other than the creator title changed. And then you get to season 4, and season 4 does not look like season 1. Season 1 was 10, 15 million per week. Season 4 was struggling to even get 1 million. It's the same show, it's the same actors, it's the same scenario. It's the same kids living in California. But what is different? And that's how I feel like Ring of Honor is lately. We have the same components. We have these same wrestlers. We still have similar stables. But something is different, and some things are not working here. And I don't want this show to get canceled. Bring back the things that made Ring of Honor Ring of Honor. Make these matches mean something to us. And don't let Marissa Cooper die in a fiery blaze. Because that killed the OC for me.
The closest frame of reference I have to the OC is I once saw the band in concert that did the music for that.
Phantom Planet?
I did. I saw them open for Incubus years ago.
Oh, I think you killed Colin.
But you get what I mean, right? You could have all the same components of the same show, and it's just worse. How was it worse?
It's
Why?
true. I mean, it's true. I mean, people have been tuning in and watching you week upon week upon week, and then I show up and it shows a meandering train.
Nothing you do or I do or Kimmy does is worse. Ever. You want to be worse? Me by myself talking about this show.
What? No, people would tune into that.
It would probably be faster if nothing else.
Yeah, I'd just be like, guys, here are my notes. I'm reading them. This match, it happened. All right, next segment. Okay. I do appreciate
you know
guys.
what? I've been calling Josh Woods future ROH World Champion for months, and he's going after the ROH World title. I posted the Drew McIntyre graphic of I prayed for this and it happened.
Oh, I saw that.
I am all in on Josh Woods' ROH World Champion. Put the pure strip the pure title from Wheeler. Sorry, please get well soon. I hope you come back. I hope you're able to beat this. The brain is nothing to mess around with. But in the meantime, we need a pure champion. Hey, I've got a good idea. Lee Moriarty. Done. Moving on.
Done. There we go.
Hands are washed of it. Moving on.
Okay.
Josh Woods, slot him right into the main event because he's got all the tools, and I'm 100% on board with this plan. I hope we don't rush into it because I really want to go into the title match believing that Josh Woods can be your next ROH World Champion because I think he absolutely can be.
I will give $20. Only $20. Sorry, I was getting a hangnail that I've been trying to get all day. Sorry, I have a mental illness. It's here. I will give $20 to the person who accurately books all of the titles by the end of the year. Who's going to hold them all?
Me. I'll book
Kimmy?
it. I'll book
you
it.
book it. Listen, if you can predict four of the titles, any four, and who's going to hold them by the end of the year, I will give you $20.
Okay, do I say it now?
No, you don't have to. You can think about it. I want you to think about it.
Okay. I mean, Athena obviously is going to hold the women's title by the end of the year, so there's one.
I mean, to be fair, doing it right off the top of her head is probably as much or more thought than is currently going into it from TK. So.
Listen, my hangnails, ever since I took my nails off after my wedding, my nails have not been the same. So, all for the price of beauty, I'm saying.
Well, no, it's because you took them off.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Got them on.
I'm not the kind of clickety clack person. I got things to do. These are so cute and pretty.
Pastel blue for.
I love that.
I don't know what I was going for. I'm getting them done Monday. I don't know what color to do.
Listen, I commend you for getting nails done because I am do all the things: wash dishes, feed dogs, go on walks, work out. I'd look at something and a nail would come off. I don't know what happens, but
it's just gel though. Like it's just them painting it. These are my real nails.
Oh, aren't you cute?
I know.
I love that.
Thanks.
Gel never sticks onto my nails. I think it's because I'm a very sweaty, hot person, and it always does not cure. Anyways, so we're in our main event.
Poor Serpentago.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here? Griff Garrison.
We went in circles over and over and over and over. That's how we got
And we
here.
didn't even talk about any of these people in this match. Griff Garrison and Cole. Oh, actually, we did.
We did. You did the who the fuck is Griff Garrison gimmick.
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? I love that the only thing that I say about him is something that Brody said about him on, not even on television. It was on.
I also like that you dropped the F-bomb there as far as Griff Garrison's phrase, but then you censored yourself later in the show. Said the letter F instead of.
I'm having to practice.
The cat is out of the bag. The horse is out of the barn. Just roll with it.
I'm sorry. I'm not crying. You're crying. This has been such a great episode. Angelico and Serpentico. The Google bots went to sleep already. It's fine. Okay. It's okay. Sorry. Why did I say fine? That's not what that said. What is my brain? This episode really changed me. I am a changed man. So this was kind of a grudge match, right? We've been dealing with this mask of Serpentico that we won't give back to them. And we know that Maria and her boys stole Serpentico's green mask, which I love that color green. It's like my favorite color green. And they've been trying to get it back. I don't think it's that hard, but what do I know about getting your mask back? Griff Garrison and Cole Carter have been all over Ring of Honor, not getting wins, but being very elusive about the mask, the whereabouts of Maria, what's going on. And Angelico and Serpentico even jumped Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. But somehow, no mask.
No mascara.
So there is plenty of heat for this main event. But for some reason, I feel like it just didn't get its spark naturally, right? We were trying to play with fire a little bit, and we just couldn't keep it lit. I don't know what it is about these gentlemen. Serpentico and Angelico do their absolute best trying to make this look like a credible main event. I personally was gassed out at this point, but I really wanted to give you guys a good show and really put my thought. And there was a good hot tag, but other than that, what did you guys think?
It was a perfectly serviceable tag team match, but at the end of the day, this has been going on so long that even Bobby Fish has forgotten when it started.
Oh, Bobby Fish.
I think
this
never mind.
Going on forever.
Yeah,
and
it's too long.
After Angelico and Serpentico picked up the win, Angelico pinned Cole Carter following sort of a variation La Magistral. And then Maria throws the mask in the rain frustration. You think, okay, maybe this is finally over now. Nope. Beat down. Serpentico into a chair. Take the mask back. The feud must continue because God hates us.
Because God hates us.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm just over this feud. I love me some Angelico. I think Carter and Garrison have potential, but I'm beyond over this.
I originally thought that this match was going to have some sort of stipulation, and I was kind of shocked that when they announced it on social media 24 hours before, because guys, I don't know if you guys know this, at Supercard of Honor, I asked Tony Khan why he books Ring of Honor at the last possible second, and this man tried to tell me to my face that he doesn't do that. And I was like, sir, excuse me.
I'm sorry. Are we watching the same show?
I almost said that to him.
You can believe the man himself or your lion eyes?
I was like, Anthony, we're watching two separate things here because you announced
Anthony,
You announced this show 2 days before. Anyway, besides that. So when they announced this match on Twitter, I was like, oh, there's no stipulation. Kind of weird. I thought Serpentico was finally going to get his mask back. We were all going to move on. But Ring of Honor doesn't like us or like anything that we do. And they like to hear us complain. So we're going to continue this. I think that eventually, since there was a steel chair involved, we will get a stipulation match of some sorts, probably within 2 weeks. And yeah, this is why the Proving Grounds match should have main evented. Because we try to make champions matter on this show, even if Ring of Honor doesn't want us to believe that.
I mean, just looking at everything, the Spanish Announce Project, which, if you didn't know, is the tag team that Angelico, and Serpentico, and Luther was a part of, but now I guess he's hanging out with the Tony Storm. But Spanish Announce Project, we just saw them get defeated by Cole Carter and Griff Garrison at 0 Hour. We also saw Cole Carter and Griff Garrison defeat them on Honor Club. We've seen this match now 3 times.
Serpentico's got to get his mask back. I'm sorry we have to see it.
He's got to get right, but that's the only thing that we're hanging on to. That week after week after week that we're waiting for, that it feels like a sneeze that's not going to happen, right? You feel the tingle, you look at the light, and it's not coming. And
the matches aren't getting better.
They're getting worse, Kyle. They're getting worse and more boring.
The best you can say about them is that they're perfectly serviceable, aggressively average wrestling.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
perfectly fine.
It's not Angelico. Commentary calls him Angelico.
It's true. Per Ian Riccaboni, Angelico himself said that was how it was being pronounced.
Well,
but in any event, yes. Like, I worry that this is going to wind up. They're going to try to shoehorn this into a fight without honor somehow, even though nothing about this feud has generated the heat necessary to justify that level of gimmick match. It's just put the thing on a pole and be done with it.
A poll? Is this WCW?
It's about all it deserves.
I don't know how to do how the kids do.
What? I don't do a heart like that. I do it like this.
Yeah, that's the way Taylor Swift does it. So I can do it too.
I would have to ask my daughter. I have no idea.
Well, the end of the show ends with Maria being frustrated. Same. Throwing Serpentico's mask into the ring. He grabs it, celebrates it, and it was a ruse. Cole Carter and Griff Garrison attack him. Guess we're gonna set things up. Maria retrieved the mask. Okay.
Mask versus hair. Oh no, not Griff Garrison's hair. That's the only thing he has.
At Final Battle, why does hate us?
All the way to December, right?
Yeah. You're right.
November, December? No way.
Not at Final Battle. Do it on Battle of the Belts.
I would be on Unalive watch by sometime in August.
All right. Well, I'm tired. What did everyone think of the show? Let's start with Kimmy. What do you think of this episode?
It's a whole bunch of nothing. One champion. So too many squashes. We're not building to anything. Why are we having random ass matches every week? You're breaking my heart, Anthony. Please call me to book your program. 2 out of 10.
But listen, what did you think of this show?
I had a great time here. I love my time here. This was a 10 out of 10. I learned so many things, and I can't wait to be back in June.
We'll book it. We'll book it.
Absolutely.
Can we please get that on a shirt? Like, come on.
Yep.
All right, Kyle, what are your last thoughts about the show?
This was about a D, and it was just bad all around. I was not. The only thing that was redeeming about this show was that it started to form the dim, hazy outline of a possible actual tag team proper division with people chasing the kingdom.
Yes.
Other than that, virtually nothing of value happened, and I have my statistics. Total runtime of the episode 50:18. Total match time between the 6 matches was 27:11. For 54% of the episode was in ring. Average match time 4:32.
I think I just died.
Which, when 2 of your 6 matches are sub 2-minute squashes, that's what happens.
I'm not okay. 4 minutes? Remember when Ring of Honor used to go like overtime when they would run pay-per-views and pay-per-views used to end at 1 o'clock in the morning? The fuck happened? Tony?
I am in pain. I am in suffering. This is pain.
Well, at least you have had Kimmy here, and I get to be here to. We had a good time tonight.
We did. Well, I had more fun on this show than I did watching Ring of Honor. So
I should hope so. This has been more than twice as long now.
That's a true factual statement. Hell,
All right,
people should pay us $9.99 a month to watch this instead of Honor Club.
No, we should be paid $99.99. I am worth the legendary Bryan Danielson card on AEW Rise to the Top, the mobile game. Pay me
worth every penny and then some.
Pay me now, right now. Oh, toll free. 1, 2. I don't. What numbers?
Numbers.
Okay.
I'm not good at math.
Yeah. Kimmy, where can we find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Kimmy_Sokol. I just hit 1.4K followers.
Woo! Get her up to 1.5K right now.
Why do you
all... Honor Ramble bump.
Exactly. Why do you all follow me? I have no idea, but I guess I'm putting out good content, so hooray. You can follow me on Instagram at Kimmy.Sokol, where I'm at 1.8K over there. Gotta reach up to 2K, am I right?
I need to pimp out my... I'd say pimp out. I mean, make cooler. My Instagram...
in a completely different direction.
My Instagram is so bad, so I need to be plugging in my Instagram. So
exactly, get the IG plug-in. But besides all that, like I said at the beginning of the show, May 18th and 19th, I will be at Wrestle Show in Middletown, New Jersey. It's gonna be some AEW talent there. I'll be working with Kyle Fletcher. Sky Blue's gonna be there. Mark Henry, Julia Hart. But I don't have the thing in front of me. A bunch of other people. So go to like WrestleShowNewJersey.com, see a full list of people, and buy your tickets if you're in the area. Then, of course, like I also said, I'm going on a non-wrestling vacation. Sue me. No, Lady Frost will not be there. Sue me for going on a non-wrestling vacation. Everyone go cry. I was actually supposed to work with Lita while I was at like, and then I was like, oh, I'm flying back from Aruba that day. I'm sorry, Amy. I can't work with you. She got all sad. Just always a heel. But if you want to see all my content stuff, I write the Ring of Honor reviews for PW Insider every week, and I cry because Ring of Honor breaks my heart. And then if you want to go over to the Pop Break, I write literally everything wrestling over there. And now that Dark Side of the Ring is over, I have to go back to reviewing NXT, which sucks because NXT is almost as boring as Ring of Honor now, and I hate it. So yeah, and a bunch of other shit I write over there. So go check it out. And thank you for having me. I love being here and rambling about Ring of Honor with both of you.
Well, thank you. We love you. Kyle, where can we find you?
Well, Well, locally, I'm on stage, but that's going to be for a couple more weeks. So I haven't involved with that. Uh, I'm enjoying being back here tonight. Initially, I had actually had to cancel as part of why Kimmy was here in the first place. I've been working on a community theater production here in my hometown, and I thought I was going to have tonight off tonight. My son is doing something with Little League Baseball. His game got rained out. It was a 45-minute episode. So I know I'll surprise Auntie and Kimmy. It'll be fun. 2 hours later.
Yeah.
In any event, find me at Kyle K Sparks on the Twitters, and that is my same handle on Instagram, but I'm virtually never there. Same thing with TikTok. I'm virtually never there. I'm not a good person when it comes to taking pictures, and especially pictures of myself or anything in the world around me. I just don't do it. I should do it more, but I don't.
Yes, you should.
So most of what you're going to see of me is on Twitter. Follow me there. I have fun. I have takes. Some of them are good. Most of them are probably not. And anything else that I'm doing is going to be announced there. So that's about the best I got for now.
Incredible. Well, I guess it's my turn. You could find me everywhere. There is a social media _queer auntie, except on Twitch, because they don't allow underscores, and that ruins everything. Because I'm just queer auntie there. But you can find me, and if I'm not here on Thursdays, I'm over at Fightful Overbooked on Sunday mornings with my co-host Kylie. We cry about wrestling. I have a lot to cry about this week. So yeah, my cry meter this week, not great. Not great. Did not cry much this week. So if anything, I cried because I was in pain. So that's how it rolls. I've been streaming more. You can find me streaming. Things go to other websites. I'm trying to build up a Twitch following so that I can try to monetize predictions. We do predictions every Wednesday, except this last week because I was not feeling very well this week. But yeah, every Wednesday for Dynamite, we do predictions, and usually every pay-per-view of WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, some NXT, some TNA. It is whatever y'all want. So if that's what you want and you like to participate, let's have some fun and let's predict some shows. All right, well, it's that time. I love you guys so much. Be kind to one another. Don't sexually harass wrestlers. Don't touch wrestlers. Just be a kind human. Don't break it, but just have a good time. And I've been Collins. You've been awesome. Cheers, I guess. Happy wrestling.